I had to leave my chair, I'll be honest with you. It cut me really deep.
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless.
And it was sickening. It was absolutely, I physically felt ill. And
Will Smith can't take a joke. Chris Rock can take a punch.
Black man Will Packer did a phenomenal job producing the Oscars, and you do this to stain yourself, to stain the Academy Awards?
Biggest actors of all time reveal how their view on Will Smith changed. The biggest actors of all time have revealed how their view of Will Smith has changed following the infamous slap at the Oscars 2022. After Oscars presenter Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaven head, Smith, her husband, leaped to the stage and gave the comedian a slap that was heard around the world. But the tactless joke, Smith's violent reaction, and the fact that the award show continued without consequence also sparked furious debate about American culture's apparent comfort with violence. There were many top artists who sided with Chris, while others tried to justify Will's actions. But which actors have publicly voiced their opinion on the matter, and whose sides have they taken? Keep on watching to find out. Even people who didn't watch the Oscars on Sunday night likely heard about the slap, and many celebrities, regardless of whether they saw it in person, have shared their reactions. Lupita Nyong'o, who was seated near Smith, was on camera when the actor returned to his seat and warned Rock to keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth. Her reaction, like many people's, was a combination of shock and disbelief. Entrepreneur Diddy attempted to play peacemaker after the incident when presenting the Godfather tribute on stage. Okay, Will and Chris, we're gonna solve this like family at the gold party, okay? The rapper said. But right now we are moving on with love. Everybody make some noise.
Okay, Will and Chris, we're gonna solve that like family at the gold party, okay?
Nicole Kidman and Serena Williams' shocked expressions were also caught on camera. Smith won the award for his portrayal of Williams' father, Richard Williams, who coached the tennis champion and her sister Venus. The superstar posted a video of her shocked expression on her Instagram story. In another story, she said she needed to sit and put her drink down, making a bewildered face.
I just sat down because I was like, I got to put that drink down.
When one of the hosts of the show, Amy Schumer, returned to the stage after the incident, she made a quick joke. I've been getting out of that Spider-Man costume. Did I miss anything? There's like a different vibe in here.
I've been getting out of that Spider-Man costume. Did I miss anything? There's like a different vibe in here.
On Tuesday, Schumer reflected on the incident in an Instagram post, writing that she was still triggered and traumatized. I love my friend Chris Rock, and I believe he handled it like a pro, she wrote. Stayed up there and gave an Oscar to his friend, Questlove, and the whole thing was so disturbing. So much pain in Will Smith. Anyway, I'm still in shock and stunned and sad. Schumer said she was proud of herself and her co-hosts, Regina Hall and Wanda Sykes, but was waiting for this sickening feeling to go away from what we all witnessed. Sykes also talked about the experience on Wednesday, telling Ellen DeGeneres she didn't see the actual slap, but saw Smith yelling at Rock from his seat. I was just like, is this really happening? I just felt so awful for my friend Chris, Sykes said on the Ellen Show.
And it was sickening. It was absolutely, I physically felt ill. And
DeGeneres said she was traumatized too. Sykes also said she didn't think Smith would be allowed to stay and accept his Best Actor award, but he did. You assault somebody, you get escorted out of the building, and that's it.
For them to let him stay in that room and enjoy the rest of the show and accept his award, I was like, how gross is this? This is just the wrong message.
One of the greatest comedy actors of all time, Jim Carrey, also had something to say about Will Smith's behavior at the Oscars. While appearing on CBS Mornings, Carrey said he was sickened by the standing ovation. Hollywood is just spineless, en masse, and it really felt like this is a really clear indication that we aren't the cool club anymore. He continued, I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. That insult is going to last a very long time.
Announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous.
If you want to yell from the audience and show disapproval or say something on Twitter, you don't have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words. British comedian James Corden told Late Late Show viewers that the whole incident threw me off in a huge way while discussing the ceremony on his show. Also completely ruined my chances in the Oscar pool. I had Dame Judi Dench smacking Woody Harrelson, he teased, going on to praise Rock for keeping the show moving. He wasn't the only comedian host who voiced his opinion on the matter. Renowned Late Show host Stephen Colbert also had a few words. Let me say something as an objective observer. It's never okay to punch a comedian, the writer said on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Will Smith was offended by the joke and wanted to stand up for his wife. Fine. Challenge Chris to a duel, or if you really want to hurt a comedian, don't laugh. That hurts way more than a punch, I promise you.
Fellow comedian host Seth Meyers had a different view of the entire situation. The former Saturday Night Live cast member joked that the last thing he'd expect at the Academy Awards was a display of narcissism.
We'll have more on this story in a little bit, but first let me do the rest of the monologue, which is kind of terrifying now that I know you can get slapped for doing a bad joke.
Famed actress Sophia Bush talked about how the incident had a direct correlation with violence. Violence isn't okay. Assault is never the answer. The One Tree Hill alum shared on Twitter. Also, this is the second time that Chris has made fun of Jada on At the Oscar stage, and tonight he went after her alopecia. Punching down at someone's autoimmune disease is wrong. Doing so on purpose is cruel. They both need a breather. The couple's son, Jaden Smith, tweeted, "And that's how we do it." Although it is unclear if the tweet is directly referring to the slap. Former One Direction singer Liam Payne gave insight into the emotional aspect of the entire ordeal. "I believe whatever he felt that he did, he had the right to do," the Strip That Down singer told Good Morning Britain, while noting, "I also felt like there were 3 losers in one fight." He added, "It's a very sad thing, but there was a powerful moment for me to sit and watch one of the world's best emoters speak from the heart, and I would rather take away the beauty from the situation than the pain. But I had to leave my chair. I'll be honest with you, it cut me really deep." On the flip side, not everyone saw the incident in a negative light. Tiffany Haddish said what Smith did meant the world to her. "When I saw a black man stand up for his wife, that meant so much to me," Haddish told People magazine. "As a woman who has been unprotected, for someone to say, 'Keep my wife's name out of your mouth, leave my wife alone,' that's what your husband is supposed to do, right? Protect you." Haddish said that while the world might not like how it went down, it was the most beautiful thing she's ever seen because it made me believe that there are still men out there that love and care about their women, their wives, she said. Comedians, hosts, and fellow Oscar attendees weren't the only ones who had something to say. The incident, which shook the entire world, also garnered the attention of famed musicians and artists from all over the world, including none other than Grammy Award-winning rapper Nicki Minaj. "I love Chris Rock. I don't think he would have made that joke had he known what Jada recently shared, but between him and the whole team at the Oscars, you mean to tell me not one of y'all heard this woman share this heartbreaking story? Come on, son," the rapper wrote on Twitter. "You just got to witness in real time what happens in a man's soul when he looks over to the woman he loves and sees her holding back tears from a little joke at her expense. While y'all seeing the joke, he's seeing her pain." Fellow rapper Cardi B chimed in as well. "At your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil tries to come for you," the WAP rapper wrote on Twitter, echoing Denzel Washington's own comments to Smith. Pittsburgh Steelers defensive tackle Cam Hayward also clearly sided with Will Smith and had this to say about the slap. "I don't condone violence, but I'd be damned if I didn't protect my wife and not let her be the butt of a joke that deals with a medical condition. Chris Rock and Will Smith are 2 men I grew up watching and will always have respect for." That's it from our side. Now we want to know which superstar's reaction you found the most surprising and why. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more updates.